Hello everybody, I have the day off today and it's a nice sunny day, so I'm going to do some metal detecting. Just going to metal detect in the front yard. We're not going to do any major digging in the backyard today, but we're going to make sure to record us while we're out there just in case we find anything cool. So if you guys like what you see today, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe. There it is. I think it's a Lincoln. Yeah. Yep, Lincoln penny.
Pop top.
Pop top, there it is. Oh, there's a nail. There's the 3. That's effective. There it is. It's just a new penny. Nice, 4 Locos can. Oh, there it is. That looks like it's in good condition. 1978. Lincoln penny. Good find. Yep, tore up Lincoln penny. Oh, I dropped it. Oh, look at that. This looks good. Another one. 2002 nickel. Alright, we've been metal detecting today and we haven't found anything spectacular, so I'm going to use the rest of this video to show you guys the process of how we clean our dirty coins. We've had some requests online and from people we know about how we get our dirty coins clean, so I'm going to walk you through the process. So what you want to do first is make sure to identify your coins. You can use a toothpick to get off any buildup or maybe rinse it in a little bit of water. You just want to make sure it's not a rare or valuable coin because you don't want to clean those. Now, once you've identified it, if it's just a newer coin, let's say a 1983 penny, then you should be safe to clean it. Okay, we purchased the Chicago Electric Power Tools dual drum rotary rock tumbler. That's quite a mouthful. We metal detect quite a bit and we find a lot of coins. We used to clean them all by hand using a soft bristled toothbrush or a toothpick, but we found that to be very taxing. So we got this rock tumbler, which is actually way more efficient and easy to use. It has these 2 drums on top. You can get a rock tumbler with a single drum, but 2 is better than 1 because you can fit a lot more coins in there and get a lot more coins clean. So to operate it, it's pretty simple. You just plug it in. We plug it into an outlet outside. You have to make sure that the 2 drums are balanced, which means they have an equal weight inside. And then you just turn it on. There's a power switch over here. And as you guys can see, it just starts tumbling. We do put water in it, so it has a little bit of an electric or fire hazard. There's even a warning label right here. So we keep it outside, but we just make sure to check on it every once in a while. We've never had any serious problems. Sometimes this just comes unbalanced and it'll stop rotating basically. And you don't want that to happen because it stops tumbling. So we just put it back on the track and let it keep going. As you guys can see, we metal detect a lot. We have a lot of coins here. This is about 2 weeks worth of metal detecting, so it would just be way too much to clean this by hand. So what you want to do first when you're preparing to tumble your coins is separate all the coins. We have our pennies in a bowl right here. We have nickels. Here's our dimes and our quarters. Once you have separated them all out, you want to go through the bowls and pull out any clean coins that are in there. We pile them up in front. As you can see, there's clean quarters right here. There's no point in cleaning them again when they already look that good. After that, you want to pull out any damaged coins you see. Here's a damaged quarter and dime. These look like they got ran over by a lawnmower. There's no point in cleaning those when you won't really be able to use them afterwards. And pay close attention to the pennies that are damaged. This pile right here just looks like dirty coins, but there's actually a lot of corrosion, little pieces missing out of it. And when you clean those in a rock tumbler, this is what happens. I set aside some coins that we cleaned previously. It damages them even further. This coin actually looks pretty good, but when you turn it over to the back, you can see there was obviously some parts eaten away, and the rock tumbler just made it even worse. So you don't want to clean any damaged coins. So just to review, the first thing you want to do is make sure to pull out any rare or valuable coins. You don't want to clean those because they will lose value. Then you want to separate your coins, dimes, nickels, pennies, and quarters all into separate areas. You're going to pull out any clean coins because there's no point in cleaning them again, and then pull out any damaged coins. And then you're ready to start cleaning. Now I'm going to show you the drum to the rock tumbler. There's several pieces you have to remove to get inside. So first you take this cap off. Got to twist it a little bit to get it off. Good. Then you remove this washer. You remove the metal cap. That'll be stuck in place more. And then this rubber seal. This will be really tight inside when you're tumbling because you want to make sure it has a good seal so no water escapes. I'm taking the quarters that I've separated and I'm just going to dump them right into the empty drum. The next thing you're going to need are some aquarium fish rocks. We got these at Walmart. Some dish soap, we use Dawn, and then just a little bit of CLR. All right, I have my coins in there. Now I'm gonna add just a little bit of fish rocks. You don't have very many coins, so I don't need a lot of rocks, just enough to cover it. All right, that should be good. And you can reuse these rocks. I make sure to wash everything out afterwards and reuse them so we don't have to keep buying them. I'm gonna add just a little bit of the dish soap. It goes a long way. And you wanna make sure just to add a little of the soap and the CLR because while it's tumbling, it tends to expand a little bit, and I've had some of these kind of explode open due to the gases that build up inside. We don't wanna get too much soap or CLR everywhere. Just a half shot of CLR. That should be good. So last we're gonna add some water. Just a little bit of water should do for this one. But you wanna make sure that your drums are gonna be balanced, as I said before, equal weight. So if you have a lot of coins and rocks in the other drum, you wanna balance it out by putting more water in this drum. Okay, so you want to push this cap in all the way. Make sure it has a really good seal. And then after that, you're going to want to shake it a little bit. After you shake it for a little bit, you're going to want to burp it by just squeezing the side a little. All right, you just want to make sure to give it a really good shake so you can get as much pressure out as possible. When you're putting the cap back on, you want to make sure to twist this back on very tight so it has a good seal. But actually, if you do it too tight, it'll pop that inner rubber ring out. So you just got to make sure to find a good balance. That should be good right there. Okay, we have our quarters in this one, and I put some more coins in this one. I made sure that they're balanced. They feel pretty equally weighted. So now we're gonna go put them on the tumbler, and you guys will be able to tell that they're balanced once they're tumbling. Make sure the tumbler is on a level surface. You're gonna put the drums on with this plastic part facing out, and this plastic part facing this direction, and then you just turn it on. These have been tumbling for about 15 minutes now. They might not be perfectly balanced. You guys can see they're shaking a little bit, but it hasn't come off the track. They've been tumbling this whole time. We're gonna let it go just a bit longer, and then we'll show you guys how the coins look afterwards. This is my dog, Honey. She's watching the tumbler. It's still tumbling. It's a little more unbalanced actually, but still going good. It's actually the next day. We had some stuff come up yesterday, so we turned it off and we just got it going again today. It's a lot of fun just watching this thing go. Okay, I'm going to get this open for you guys. I just pulled it off the tumbler. It's been going for 45 minutes to about an hour, and this cap gets a little stuck sometimes. I'm actually just gonna grab a butter knife really quick. It helps to get the cap off. So I put a paper plate in the sink to pour the rocks and the coins onto. Once I have this open, we found that's a good way to catch the rocks and everything so they don't go down your drain. You guys can use a strainer too, but the rocks are pretty small. Sometimes they get through strainers. So I got it pretty loose. You want to be careful at this point because sometimes they do spray a little bit. Here we go. This cap's gonna come off, especially, there we go. So make sure once you get to this inner rubber seal, you want to burp it by just kind of squeezing the sides. I'm pointing it towards the sink in case anything sprays out. This is just to help relieve the pressure so that it doesn't spray everywhere when you open it and make a mess. Okay, I think I got enough pressure out. I'm gonna remove this now. Maybe it's coming. Just gotta mess with it a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna use the butter knife again. Oops, and just pry it. There we go. That's easy. All right, now that we have this off, I'm going to dilute it a little bit, try to get some of those bubbles out. So I'm just gonna put some water in there, rinse it. You can even use like a spray nozzle, gently. Once you've rinsed some of the chemical out, this is when I'm going to pour it on the paper plate. There we go. Get our paper plate. All right. A little bit more. And now I'm gonna pull the coins out. Just gonna find them in the rocks and I'll dry them off and I'll show you guys how they look. But these are looking pretty good so far. Okay, I have separated my quarters from my rocks. I rinsed the rocks out, and once they dry, I will just put them back in the bag so we can reuse them again later. As you guys can see, the quarters look pretty good. Some of them cleaned up really nicely, look like brand new quarters. Other ones are a little bit discolored, look a little bit tarnished still, but they are usable. We definitely got all the dirt and buildup off, so you can take them to the store or roll them up and take them to the bank just fine. But what's really cool is we found this in with the quarters. I'll flip it over. It's actually a token. It had so much buildup on it that we couldn't even tell it was a token, and so we threw it in with the quarters and now that it's clean, we can tell it's a token, so that's pretty cool. We maybe shouldn't have washed it, but since we couldn't even tell what it was before. These no cash value tokens are actually really cool. This one has the Texaco symbol on the front. I tried Googling this token and I couldn't find this exact one, so I'm not really sure how old it is. I've only been metal detecting here in the front yard or in my mom's backyard recently, so I must have found it in one of those two locations. But overall, it's a really great find. Thank you so much for watching our video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like what you saw, make sure to like the video or leave a comment and subscribe to our page. Thanks.